duck still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, hell yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, hell yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, hell yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. This be my tunnel music. They cut that confetti, I'm running through it. They play that whole lane, I'm running through it. And if they run at me, let my youngins do it. I just married, I'm honeymooning. I got hot on my own and ain't nothing coolin'. I don't punch in no clock, I sun and moonin'. I'm shot, bullet, proven, let it go. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, hell yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, hell yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now a guy who grew up just south of here across the river, Jonathan Taylor. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Richardson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Richardson to throw off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Richardson looking to throw this. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Taylor is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go to Barkley again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Hurts looking to change the play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. After 7-0 on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Off play action, Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs, 36 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. A handoff, Barkley running left. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 3rd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flushed out right. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley from 3 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. They're going to try and run. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Richardson working from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Downs going in motion right. Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 71 yards. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Flush to his right. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on second and long. Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Richardson. He finds Taylor, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First and 10, it's Richardson. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off by Reed Blankenship. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's out right at the 25.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
They go with Brown. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And Hurts going to move him around. Barkley is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And Barkley did not get there. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. From the gun, it's Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. 4th and goal. The defense needed one more stand. They couldn't get it.
I just wonder if they were thinking heavy run here in that situation instead of being able to play the pass, and they were beaten on that possession.
Now they'll audible to something else. Hurts will throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Final minute now in the third quarter. Play action. Now Richardson. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. Touchdown Colts. Adonai Mitchell. 34 yards. And the Colts have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action with Hurts. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll run it again with Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now a 2nd and 2. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Richardson looking to throw it. This pass left side to Downs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now Richardson going to shift things up. And now they'll shift things around. Here's Richardson. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes the This game on. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Turned up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean a banging. Have my hand out, let me hang.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just about set for football. The veteran Matt Gay has it teed up, and we are underway now at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A handoff for Warren. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
That is caught. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 39 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just about set for football. The veteran Matt Gay has it teed up, and we are underway now at Lucas Oil Stadium. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Geno down to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And Geno, meanwhile, tossing complete there to Smith and Jigba. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. The extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Richardson to the air on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Richardson looking to throw this. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Richardson. Now he's flushed out right. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2nd and 9 from the 44. And going right back to Walker. Taking it right down Broadway. Now inside the 25. the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, 56 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Richardson now on 2nd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They snap it to Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 28 yards. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. Now inside the 25. Touchdown! Josh Downs, 67 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Reek Woolen bringing it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Smith going to move him around. Throwing now is Geno. Open man, there's Bobo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the tight end goes in motion left. Again, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Smith. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. On 4th down, Smith. That'll be caught by Bobo. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Gino on first down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
To throw on second down is Smith. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. To throw is Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, they were 2 for 3 on fourth down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before the half. Richardson. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, the first half, very even. Really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off play action. Richardson. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Richardson working from the gun. Open man is Downs. He's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary. And that's a job well done there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Richardson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Richardson to throw off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. How about corner Kobe Bryant coming in to make the sack?
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Being chased out left. Connecting over the middle with Downs. Touchdown, Colts. Josh Downs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Woolen will return it from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
First and 10, it's Richardson. Touchdown! Adonai Mitchell. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Now Gino. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Smith. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Smith now to throw. On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and 10, Smith again. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again is Smith. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
They go play action with Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Downs going in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Richardson going to move him around. Richardson on first down. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now an audible here into something else. Second down, here's Richardson. That complete to Downs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Finding Pierce on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing now is Richardson. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Taylor fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.
Ay, wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Linux. That on for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Dion and straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M. Now we straight out the sentence. They pay out the payout. I'm finished. Then grade out the Lakers. The big watch the women. I got it. Go meet your mate. Lord, please don't save them. Minor bumps as I've been.
Right to the air is Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and very long. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Rolling to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up, and that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
I've After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Richardson going to change the play here.
Switch.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Richardson off the play fake. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Adonai Mitchell, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 8. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Play action. Now Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here comes 3rd down at 7. Now it's Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
And they will take a knee here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go play action with Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Jackson on the move to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adonai Mitchell. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On second down, Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Second and 10. Again, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Mustang 19.
A final shot before break. Richardson. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. That is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Richardson looking to throw this. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers.
A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
First and 10, Taylor now. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They run once more with Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On second down, it's Sermon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 20, here's second down and 1. Off play action, Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Richardson going to shift things up. Richardson now throwing on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs from 17 yards out. And the Colts have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 32. The Ravens on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson steps away. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now Richardson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw it. That is intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
Carter, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm
strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's 1st and 10. Henry out of the pistol. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Here's 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he is going to lose yardage here. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Jackson. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. This is 1st and 10. Richardson. Incomplete. Oh, a lot of contact right there. No call. Maybe got away with one.
What are you doing questioning the contact on that play? Let them play. And, you know, it's a late-game situation. And I think that probably played into it. The officials, they want to let the players determine it down the stretch.
The clock reading 40 seconds. Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here's Richardson. Pass complete to Taylor. And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time not an ally. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now Richardson. And this taken in by Downs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Richardson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Inside handoff, Henry. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Henry again on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Henry up the middle. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Throwing, Jackson. Rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And the timeout coming in here with just 7 seconds remaining in the extra session. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Here's Jackson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning points. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Richardson gets his shot here in OT. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
It's caught. Mitchell. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well.
and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
So it's a win here for the Colts, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, sometimes you just have those games where everything's clicking, and this was one of those days. He wound up with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. He was large and in charge all day long.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.